After spending quite a bit of time testing Himmelnez in large-scale content like WoE and WoC, I think I've finally reached my own conclusion about this job. Personally, I think Himmelnez is actually one of the strongest jobs for large-scale battles. But that doesn't mean she's an easy job to play. I think this is where a lot of players misunderstand her. They see the huge damage numbers, the massive AoE, and the incredible attack range, then immediately build her as a full glass cannon. Unfortunately, that's not how Himmelnez should be played. If you only focus on maximizing damage, you'll probably deal amazing burst for a few seconds. After that, you'll become the enemy's #1 target. The moment experienced players recognize a Himmelnez on the battlefield, they'll immediately try to dive you. Uber, Ilenia, IS Jormund. Everyone knows that if the Himmelnez dies first, the enemy team loses a huge amount of pressure. That's why, in my opinion, the best Himmelnez isn't the one with the highest damage. It's the one that survives the longest and keeps casting skills throughout the fight. To achieve that, we have to sacrifice a little bit of damage in exchange for survivability. Trust me, a Himmelnez that survives for 3 minutes will always contribute more than one that dies in the first 20 seconds. The first thing we need to talk about is team composition, because Himmelnez is probably one of the most team-dependent DPS jobs in the game. Think of Himmelnez as an artillery cannon. An artillery cannon is devastating, but only if the front line protects it. That's exactly how Himmelnez works. For me, the ideal teammates are LMX to provide shields and healing so Himmelnez can absorb enemy retaliation. Saint provides healing, buffs, and most importantly, resurrection whenever Himmelnez gets focused down. Chronomancer, Earth Field is incredibly valuable for reducing incoming AoE damage and protecting your backline from long-range pressure. The remaining 2 slots can be adjusted depending on your team's strategy, but ideally they should be aggressive frontline DPS such as AIS, Ilenia, or Jormund. Their job is to dive into the enemy formation, create chaos, become the primary target, and force the enemy to split their attention. One thing you must remember, never play Himmelnez like a stray dog running around alone. The moment you're separated from your group, every experienced enemy will immediately recognize the opportunity. You'll become the easiest target on the battlefield. Always stay close to your teammates. Always stay within range of your supports. Make sure you're receiving shields, faith prayer, earth field, remove buff, resurrection support, and everything your team can provide. Those support skills are what allow Himmelnez to keep fighting. If you die and respawn back at the safe zone, don't immediately rush back into the battlefield by yourself. Communicate with your team first. Ask for a summon. The way I personally play Himmelnez is actually very patient. I don't sprint into the enemy formation looking for kills. Instead, I slowly reclaim ground little by little. Take 1 step, secure the area, move another step, then continue pushing. Your Donut AoE is your biggest weapon. As long as enemies are forced to stand inside it, you're already creating enormous pressure without overextending yourself. Whenever your team advances, make sure you continuously place your anti-death zone. This skill is incredibly important because it keeps your front line alive while they're pushing. However, remember one very important thing. The anti-death zone also benefits enemies standing inside it. That's why you should immediately follow it with your spike skill. Spike pushes enemies away from your anti-death zone, while keeping your teammates protected inside it. This small interaction makes a surprisingly huge difference during long fights. After that, keep throwing your jail skill toward the enemy front line. Don't only use it for damage, use it to disrupt movement. Use it to stop Uber from reaching your backline. Use it to slow down Ilenia. Use it to stagger enemy dives and buy your team more time. Sometimes preventing an enemy engage is worth much more than chasing 1 extra kill. The last thing is positioning. This is probably what separates an average Himmelnez player from a really good one. Never stay in the exact same position for too long. Always look for better angles. If possible, attack from the enemy's blind side or from a slight flank. Doing this forces the enemy to split their attention. Some players will continue fighting your front line, while others have to turn around and deal with you. That alone can completely break the enemy formation. At the end of the day, Himmelnez isn't just about dealing massive damage. She's about controlling space, creating pressure, and constantly forcing the enemy to react to your positioning. So that's basically how I personally approach Himmelnez in large-scale battles. Of course, every guild has its own strategy, and what works for my team might need some adjustment for yours. But hopefully this gives you a better understanding of how Himmelnez should be played beyond simply stacking damage and pressing skills. Sometimes surviving one more rotation of cooldowns contributes far more than having another 5% damage. Thank you so much for watching. I hope these tips help you become a better Himmelnez player in WoE and WoC. Good luck on the battlefield, and I'll see you in the next video.